What's going on, guys? So here in this box is a PS2 Slim I bought from eBay. Now it's supposed to come with like 10 games, and it actually comes with the original box and I believe the original accessories and controller. So I'm pretty excited to open this thing up and see what it looks like and see what kind of condition it's in. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into this. This is a pretty small box, so I'm a tad worried. I wouldn't say I'm worried, but I gotta imagine that the PS2 Slim original box is actually pretty small. I've never actually owned my own PS2 Slim, so I haven't actually seen the original box. But from the size of this box I'm unboxing right now, it's got to be a pretty small console, or a pretty small box. I know it's a pretty small console because I've seen them before. So I paid like $150 total for this bundle, including shipping, which seems a little bit steep for a console that's 20 years old. But if you actually look at eBay, it's actually not too bad of a price, especially since it comes with the original box and accessories and stuff. And I probably could have got a cheaper console if it didn't come, with all the original box and stuff. But I like having the original box. So here it is. That thing's actually that box looks to be in pretty good condition. So you got your PS2 Slim. It's got a stand. I actually did not know the PS2 Slim had a vertical stand. I've never actually seen it in the vertical stance. I'm not sure if that actually comes with this or not, but we'll see. And you got your controller, PS2 Slim as I showed you. And the box looks to be in pretty good condition. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull it out of here. So it looks like they were actually able to fit everything into this original PS2 box, including all the games. I think it was like 10 games, and it looks like they're able to fit them in here. I think that's because none of the games came with the original cases, so they're pretty small. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at this box. So I already showed you the front. You got your PS2 Slim, the controller, the vertical stand. On top, pretty standard. You got your serial number, all that kind of stuff. There is a rip here. It's probably been ripped since it was originally opened. Not a big deal. It's got a list of everything that's included, which is the console, the controller, the DualShock 2 controller, AV cable, AC power cord, AC adapter, online startup disc, and printed materials. Now I don't think quite all these things come with this set that I bought, but we'll see. And then on the back, got some more details with a bunch of little tiny text. And something that I think is kind of cool to look at on the back of these consoles, these old consoles, is all the graphics and things they show. So they actually show a list of some games they have. So they got Slide 2 here. That was a nice game. Hot Shots Golf, ATV Off-Road Fury 3. I played ATV Off-Road Fury 2, I think, a lot. Ratchet & Clank, Metal Gear Solid. So some solid games are shown on here. No pun intended. And then we got some PS2 accessories sold separately. So we got the controller. You can get another controller. Multi-tap. When I had the original PS2, I actually had a multi-tap, which was really useful. You could play 4 players. We're using that thing. You got a DVD remote control, vertical stand. So the vertical stand is separately, so I don't think that comes with this. And then of course a memory card and another memory card. So let's go ahead and flip this over to the side. So on this side of the box we have another diagram of the PS2 Slim, and apparently this is the actual size, and that's a pretty small console, and it actually gives you a pretty good look at what you got here. You got 2 controller ports, 2 memory card slots, eject disc, or the eject button, 2 USB ports, and your on button. So pretty neat that they're able to include an actual life-size image on the side. And then on the other side they have a matching image to the actual size of the back of the console. So you have your line connector, network connector, digital out, AV multi-out, and then your power. So cool. Let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what we got inside. I do not remember what games came with it. I'm pretty sure it was some pretty solid games, to be honest, if I remember correctly. So we got our AV cables here. Nice. Always useful, so we can plug it into the TV and play games. Got our PS2 controller here, and ooh, this is in good condition. These analog sticks feel like they've never been used. That's solid. And it looks like an original PS2 controller. The buttons on the back look good. All clicking, no issues there. D-pad works. Well, I'm assuming it works, it just feels nice. Buttons are nice. Cool. That thing's in pretty good condition. And then we also have a memory card. Nice, that's good to have. It's crazy how small this memory card is, 8 megabytes, compared to nowadays on like the PS5 and the Xbox Series actually got 1 terabyte. So here's the PS2 Slim, and they actually put it in the original packaging. That's clutch. I'll save the PS2 for last. Let's go ahead and pull out the power cord. So this is just the power cord that plugs into the power adapter, I believe. So yep, you got your power adapter, power cord. So you plug your power cord into the power adapter, and it creates power for the PS2. As you saw, you got your PS2 here, and then here, this looks to be our stack of games. If I can get down there. Actually, we have some papers too. Oh, dude. We got the original PS2 online startup disc, and it looks like it's never even been opened. That's pretty neat. Brand new. Still in the plastic wrap. I'm impressed so far with this. Let's see. So down here, we got our games, if I can pull them out. I don't think we have any manuals, not a big deal. We got some games here. We'll look at those in a second. Let's go ahead and pull the PS2 out and look at that. So if we zoom in some, we can see the actual console now. And as you can see, it's not in bad condition. Pretty good. It's got some scuffs on top. And as you guys probably know, Sony loves to put glossy pieces on their consoles. And no matter how well you take care of it, it always gets scratches. So that's a little bit scratched up, but that's not bad for a 20-year-old console. And then if we go to the front, as you saw earlier, same deal. 2 memory card slots. You got 2 controller slots, 2 USB ports, your eject button, which I guess is in the actual latch. Opens it up. You got a vent right here. I believe this is an IR sensor right here, so you can use like a DVD remote or something. And of course you get your power button. And then your little PlayStation logo flips depending on whether you do vertical or horizontal stance. So one cool thing you can see on the back here is it's actually still got the warranty seal intact. So that means it hasn't been opened up, which is nice. You got your line adapter, network, digital out, AV out, power. Nothing special, another vent. And then the sides, you know, nothing special on the sides either. Pretty much the same deal. Now, looking at the bottom now, I am noticing that it is missing one rubber foot, which is a little disappointing because now when it's sitting on the table in horizontal stance, it's going to rock back and forth a little bit, make a little bit of noise. Not a big deal, but it's a little bit annoying. So far I'm pretty satisfied. Console looks good, controller looks good. Now let's take a look at these games here. As I mentioned, they don't actually come in the original cases. They just come in, these little sleeves here. So we got Battlefront 2, that's a solid game. Nice. We got Red Faction 2. Never played that. Red Faction, Sly Cooper. This is one of my favorite games. Jack and Dexter, another one of my favorites. Destroy All Humans, that's a pretty fun game. God of War 2. We got GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, and GTA 3. So we actually got some pretty solid games in here. I'm pretty satisfied. There's no weird 2001 sports games or anything. And so now that we've taken a look at the console and all the accessories and games that come with it, let's go ahead and plug the console in, see if it works, and make sure some of the games work as well. Alright guys, so I've got everything plugged in. Got my power adapter plugged in, my AV cables plugged in. I have to use an HDMI adapter for the AV cables because my monitor only accepts HDMI. Then I also have my memory card plugged in here. Got the controller plugged in. Let's go ahead and open up this disc slot because I actually did not open it up earlier. Just take a quick look at it. It's a little bit difficult to see in there because it's kind of dark, but it looks pretty standard. Doesn't look too dirty or anything, so that's a good sign. Let's go ahead and boot this bad boy up and see if it works. So if you noticed before, we did have a red light right there, and once you press the green light, it turns on. And there's our classic boot up. Oh yeah. That's good stuff right there. PS2 was like my console of choice back in the day. This was a great console. Here's your memory card. I'm interested to see if there's any kind of stuff on the memory card, but I guess not. A lot of times people will leave old save data and stuff on there, but not this person. Yeah, the PS2 is always just a cool console to look at. Now when I just backed out, I'm confused now. My controller's working, but I don't remember the little light in the background ever just staying there like that. It's always spinning around, at least from what I remember. Go to browser. There's your memory card. To go back, usually it starts spinning around and stuff. I guess not. We're on version, let's see. What am I looking at here? Console SCPH 712. Yeah, a bunch of other stuff I don't care about. Options, disk speed. Huh. That's interesting. You can change your disk speed to standard or fast. Standard or smooth. I did not know you could do that kind of stuff. What else we got in here? System configuration. I think we can change you can change the clock. 2000, that's crazy. Screen size full. Digital out. Let's turn that off. There's an RGB. Remote control. So I guess this maybe turns on and off this little IR sensor so you can use a DVD remote or something. Maybe. I'm just guessing there. I'm not sure. Language English. Clock adjustment again. So yeah, cool. Pretty standard. Nothing special. I mean, it's a PS2. That was back before they had all kinds of options. Well, let's go ahead and see if a game works. So, what game should we try? We see GTA all the time, so let's skip out on GTA. Let's try Destroy All Humans. Let's go Jack and Dexter, one of the classics. Kind of hard to take one of those games out with one hand, so I had to put the camera down. Now I'm interested to see if there's any scratches in the back. And that game actually looks pretty clean. I don't see many scratches at all, if any. Wow, that's impressive. Especially considering it came in a disc, or it came in just a sleeve instead of the actual original disc tray, or disc case. And it should boot up by itself now. And here it is, it's booting up. Sony Computer Entertainment America presents. Oh, I saw that logo so many times in PS2 and PS2 games. And here he is. Classic. Dude, it's always surprising going back and playing games like this and seeing how bad the graphics were. Like, I mean, for those days, it was great graphics, but it's like so pixelated. I'm not complaining. I mean, that's how the game is, but that's just crazy to see sometimes. And now it's doing its whole boot up thing, story and everything. Let's go ahead and reset this console. I do like how old consoles had the reset button. That was pretty cool. And then, yeah. So as you saw, this little disc right here, or this little button right here, just releases a latch to open up the disc tray. Nothing electrical about it, just mechanical. So that's pretty cool. Jack and Dexter works. Let's take a look at a couple more games and see how they look. So we got Sly Cooper here, another classic game, and another game with like no scratches. That's really impressive. I can't find any scratches on it. That's very impressive, because it's really hard to take care of a game for that long without getting any scratches on it. I mean, usually usually a scratch pops up at some point. And another thing I'm showing you is that you can actually go to browser on the PS2, and it'll take you to the little home page where it shows you your memory card. You can also see the disc and just boot up from here. I kind of like doing that so I don't have to, so it doesn't boot up by itself. But other games we got Red Faction 2. I've never played those games. Battlefront 2. To be honest, I'm not sure if I ever played this game on the PS2. I know it's supposed to be like everybody loves that game. It's the game that everybody compares to other Star Wars games to. So I might boot this one up as well. I'm still baffled by the fact that these games have no scratches at all. I mean, even if you take great care of your games and stuff, it's really hard to not get any scratches at all on it. And yeah, I mean, this game is working great. Boots up just fine. Cool. These are actually pretty solid graphics right now. Let's go ahead and reset this console one more time. And let's try Star Wars Battlefront 2. Alright, so Star Wars Battlefront 2 and another game with just no scratches. That's impressive. And it doesn't look like they've been resurfaced or anything. It just looks like they've been taken taken care of really well. I'm not sure if the person I bought it from on eBay, it was their original console. If they, a lot of people on eBay flip stuff, so I don't know where it came from and whatnot. But it is interesting that these games are in such good condition, despite the fact that they're all in little sleeves like this. Usually, games that are in sleeves like this have been, tossed around, mishandled and stuff. And now the disk drive is making a weird noise. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. Let me try to turn the microphone towards it. Oh, well, of course it stopped now. But instead of booting up it took me to the browser page. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and put this disc back in and see if it makes that noise again. That's a little odd. I'm actually not sure what was making that noise. But I don't know how to describe it. It just sounded weird. And I'm pretty sure it was latched all the way in there. Maybe it wasn't though, because now it's booting up just fine. It shows the disc, and there's no weird noises yet. Oh, there it is though. Weird noise again. That's odd. Let me try to point the microphone towards it. You guys can probably hear that now. Yeah, now it finally booted up. I mean, the game looks like it's working now. I'm not sure it's doing the noise again now. It's kind of like intermittent. It'll do it for 10 seconds and then stop for 5 seconds. And the game is booting up extremely slow. This is odd. At this point it seems like a disc issue, because it didn't happen with the other two games. Worked just fine. And now it seems to just be this disc that's having an issue. And it's not booting up now. That's pretty odd. Let me try to reset this, and let's open it up again. It's really odd. Like, I don't understand what would be wrong with the disc to make one specific disc make that noise and not the other discs. Let's try one of these other ones again and make sure those are not making any noises now. And yeah, I don't hear any weird noises yet. Huh. And it booted up straight away, and it's already booting up to the game. It seems like it was just Star Wars Battlefront. I don't know if it has to do with the thickness of the game. That's really odd. I'm gonna try one more game just to make sure it's only a Battlefront issue. Let's try Destroy All Humans. I haven't played this game in ages. Alright, so Destroy All Humans. Again, the game looks great. No scratches or anything. Let's see what this one does. And just a second ago off camera, I looked at the thickness of the games. I tried to compare the thickness of Battlefront to the other games and see if it's any thicker. And you know, it maybe looks like the tiniest bit thicker, but I really can't tell the difference. But here we go. Destroy All Humans is booting up just fine so far. And let's see if we can get to the main screen. Alright, so now Destroy All Humans is being weird. It booted up to here, and now it's been sitting at this screen for a whole, like, 2 minutes. Which is not a good sign. That was really weird. Maybe it's supposed to be sit there for that long. But, you know, I don't think so. So there's something fishy going on. I'm not sure what, but something's going on. It might just be the fact that it's a super old console and the laser's worn down a little bit or something. Or maybe I'm just used to fast loading times and I forgot the days of the PS2 where it takes forever to load. Alright, so I finally loaded up this new game or load game thing. Let's try to do a new game and see what happens. So it's saving data to the memory card. I think there might be something wrong with this game. Or maybe it's just the game in general, but the music will play for a little bit and then it'll stop. And now the music sounds messed up. There's definitely something going on. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I don't really want you to hear it because I might get a copyright strike or something. But the music is just repeating. Like every 2 seconds it's doing the same loop, which is really weird. Alright, so I sat at the screen for a whole minute before it finally saved. But the music was still messed up, and I was so close to just turning the console off. Yeah, there's something wrong with this game. I'm restarting right now. I'm not sure what's up with it, but that game is being weird. I mean, I don't see anything off in this disc tray. The laser looks normal. Everything looks normal. Nothing looks too dirty. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm a little annoyed now. I was pretty pleased for a while with the condition of the console and the controller and everything, and you know the games have no scratches. But now I'm confused. Now that I think about it, it might be an issue with the console, because like I mentioned when I first booted this thing up, if you guys remember, I'm like 95% sure that this little dot right here just keeps spinning in a circle on the PS2. I don't think it stops there. And there's no music playing on the PS2 right now. Usually there's some like elevator type of music playing in the background on the PS2 when I'm sitting on the screen, but it's not playing right now. So I'm not sure what's going on, guys. If you got any ideas, let me know down in the comments, but I think there's something going on here. You know, I think there's an issue with this console. I'm going to try one more game and see what happens. Alright, so we got Red Faction 2. Again, no scratches. I'm going to try this game and we're going to see what happens. Alright, so Red Faction 2 booted up just fine. No issues at all. But while this was booting up, I went and watched another video on YouTube that shows the PS2 boot up. And those little orbs in the center of the screen definitely keep spinning. They don't stop. So you'll see what I mean. So you see those little orbs spinning around. Usually they gather and then keep spinning around in a little circle, but these just like gather and sit there. I've never seen that. I think there's an issue with this console. I'm a little bit displeased now. You know, I was satisfied for a while, but now I'm a little bit irked, and I think there's something wrong with this console. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys know anything about this, if you've ever seen this issue. I'll probably do some more research on it. But yeah, you know, I went from being satisfied with the eBay purchase, which is not super often that happens, but you know, I think we have some issues here that need to be sorted out, and yeah, I'm not too happy now. So thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for such a long video. Hope you enjoyed it though. But thanks for watching this video, guys, and you know, another eBay listing gone wrong. But you know, it is what it is. That's what eBay is here for. It's here to give us this content that you know, is always something wrong with whatever comes to eBay. It's just like inevitable. But thanks for watching, guys, and hope you have a great day. Alright, guys, so I just wanted to come back and let you know about a few different discoveries I made. So first of all, I played Battlefront again, and it still makes that weird noise when it boots up, but once it boots up, it works fine, and the game works fine, so I'm not too concerned about Battlefront. Now, Destroy All Humans is a different story. When I put this game in now, it won't even load at all. So there's something wrong here. I mean, there's no scratches on it, but I did look closely at the center of the disc, and it looks like there might be a couple cracks somewhere near that center of the disc. I still don't see how they would affect the gameplay because they don't seem to be cracked all the way through, but maybe it is an issue. I'm not sure. And then I did a little bit of research about the spinny orbs on here and how it's stuck here, and it appears that there might be a battery in the PS2 that is dead. I guess it uses some sort of battery inside of the PS2 to keep the clock running. So basically, when it's not keeping time, or the clock's not running on the PS2, these little orbs are just stuck here instead of spinning. So yeah, the orbs are related to the time, and since there's a battery in here somewhere that's dead, it is not keeping time, and so therefore the orbs are stuck. At least that's what I found out online. But yeah, again, let me know down in the comments if you find anything else out, and thanks for watching.